Well, hi there everyone, Baryonyx5 here and welcome back to Planet 19, where once again I am way up on top of this tower. One of these days someone is going to come along and knock it out from under me, I'm pretty sure. I'm up here because we get a good overview of this thing, the tower, the factory, these sorts of bits. You can see that it is going up a little bit more. Let's head on down and see what has been going on. You can see trees are being chopped down very readily. So this is what we set up last time. This is just the basic redstone furnace going into a steam dynamo to give us power in this room. You can see we're up to full power. We are up to a full 64 charcoal in here, and we are up to a load of wood in here. Now this is both good and bad. I also put this chest in. This runs all the way under the ground, and you can see that we are starting to actually get the oak wood coming through. Now this is, to be fair, reasonably good. We do want a load of oak wood for our building projects. Over here I have done a little bit more. You can see that it's not planted many trees lately. That's because I've been messing around with it. What I have done is put in a load of item ducts. These are just working like any other item ducts. They are sucking the things out of these hoppers. So when that is bouncing around so much, when things like saplings come down the water, they end up in this hopper. These item ducts are sucking them out. There is a chest here in dense mode where things are going. This is pulling the birch wood and anything which I've dropped into it by accident. The piping goes all the way along here, where it ends up going up into this chest, which is where the saplings are. So all the saplings now come back up here, and the turtle is picking them up automatically, so it is now fully self-sustaining. This iron chest is being emptied because you can possibly see there is another item duct which is also sucking out. That's how everything else is coming down this way. So that's all pretty good. This is all pretty self-sustaining. Here comes some saplings now. You can see they've gone straight out of that because they are travelling through that. Come through here, you can see the wall's gone up a bit, and with good reason. That hole is really annoying me now, so it's time it got filled in. Just like that. Let's get that out so I've got a bit more room. Because we are in need of something. The thing that we are in need of is a bit of a sorting system, because we are not really getting at all organised in here. So that is going to be my plan for the day, because also this chest is filling up really rather quickly, and that ain't necessarily a good thing. So what sort of things are we going to get in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That shouldn't really ever come in. But about 5 different things, so I shall probably need to go up that wall there. That is fine. So, how are we going to do this? Well, the very first thing I want to do is actually take this up. This is my Minecraft crafting table, which I've been using for some time. I'll also quickly note, since I don't think I had it last time, I've made myself a stone pick because my iron pick died. It is made entirely out of stone with a paper binding and a wooden tool rod. So it is, to be honest, quite basic. It won't actually mine up many ores, but I've got the quarry that's doing that for me now anyway, so it is fine for the moment. Let's take our crafting table, put it up here, and we can get a crafting station. It's a Tinker's Construct thing. Now, this works just like a crafting table, except does it? It does. It actually keeps things in it, which is so useful. But even better, if I create a chest and plonk it down next to it, you can see it can use items out of the chest, which is probably the most useful thing ever invented in all inventingness, to be quite honest. I'm going to make out a stack of these to make out 8 chests, which will do us to start with. We have 5 planks, which we are going to increase up to a massive 29 planks, put these in the middle, run these around the edge, and what we are going to get are these. These are the JABBA barrels. These were the ones I failed to make earlier. I love JABBA barrels. It is possibly one of my favourite mods in all time, and you shall see why shortly. They are really good for a cheap sorting system early on in the game. I shall make it all out of these actually. So there we go, we've got 8 of them, at which point we ran out of the chests. We do have another crafting table here. I could just turn that into another crafting station and plonk it down on this side, just to give me something else to work in. So let's start out here. Now what we could use is a bit of flooring down. I still haven't completely decided on my flooring, but it will be something like this. There will be many more interesting designs in it, but this will do for a start. So what I'm going to do is run some item ducting up the wall here. Yep, that will do. So what I'm going to do is run it up around here like that. Okay, and I shall probably place a chest somewhere. I have no idea where the chest might go, maybe just on the top. What I can then do is place barrels in front of it. And hope that this looks a semblance of okay. I'm going to need a load more oak. There should be some in here because it should be coming through now. Just to give me a bit of a floor to stand on so I can see what I'm doing. There we go, something somewhat like that. Now it is off the floor a bit, it is sticking up a little bit, but I think I can live with that like that. I'm going to build up, out and around it. Especially if I have any... I have some stone in here, I'm certain. I've been using a lot of building materials up. My armour's getting pretty shabby, I might have to replace that sometime soon. Chuck you on the floor, pick you up, there we go. So what I'm thinking of doing is simply building this out like that and going underneath. Now the interesting thing about these better barrels by JABBA is they can only store one thing. If you've never seen them before, they will only store one type of item. They will store, as you can see, 4,096, second line up, 64 stacks. So they're like a chest but only hold one item and show you how much of everything they have got, which is really rather useful, because it means that you can organise things like this. So I can have all my woods along the bottom, which is going to be this and the oak wood. And once I've put them in here, I'll put apples in down here as well. Rubber up here, and wheat up there. Because once you've organised them like this, the items, it is getting night, but I think I shall stay out here and work. No different item can go into that. Now I will just... I have some scaffolding to get up onto the top. There we go. I can now pop a chest on top of here, just to allow... I don't have a chest anymore. Let us get a chest. One chest. I'll probably need a few chests, to be fair. So now anything which doesn't go into a barrel can just go into a chest on the top. It's like a bit of an overflow, basically. And I probably want a bit of lighting up here, otherwise I shall have mobs spawning everywhere. Okay, so I think that works as is. Now this will run underneath. Yes, it will run underneath like that. Will it not? It shall. And just at the moment I actually want everything to be pulled out of here into it, so if I smack that with a crescent hammer, pop a handy servo motor in, and click that and tell it just to pull everything out, this should empty the chest out and everything should start to go into here. Hopefully, because that is all joined up and it has absolutely nowhere else to go. There we go, that just went into there. So that is that all empty. I can take all of this out now, it's no longer needed, including this chest. That can stay as that, but I will probably want to actually drop it down a level, just so that I can put a bit of flooring in underneath, and I don't know about you, but I can't see a thing. So we can just drop it down like that and it will all be nicely hidden, and I can build the entire system into the wall. Smack that with a hammer just to make it red, so that it knows it's the last place it needs to go. Pop, oh, me crescent hammer, there we go. Pop in a bit of flooring, and that little bit of the sorting system is actually done. I think I shall just do that. Yeah, that probably works. It works well enough. It creates a little display area of what is being pulled in, which will do me nicely. I'll probably just turn those bits into the white brick just for stylizations. Large white stone. There we go, doesn't that look a load better? So we now have a sorting system which is sorting out everything which is coming down from that farm, and as I add more farms in, which I am going to do, I can just add more barrels, although that will get us a bit high off the ground, but I think I shall just be having to live with that because I can't see an alternative at the moment. Now, coming over here, we have much the same problem, wherein we need some sort of a sorting system for all of this stuff, and I would really quite like to build another system just like that one on this wall. Now that, unfortunately, is going to take a metric ton of the JABBA barrels, but fortunately I do, and I am, making tons of wood. So we should be able to make those without too much problem. I have no idea what I'm doing there. Right, let's try that again. Let's get a ton of wood. Didn't really mean to make quite that many. But we will need several. Let's make up, how many do I have? 5 in, so another 9 will probably do it. Give me 14. So I've made 5 barrels, and I think I had a load more birch over here. This was the main reason I was making the birch, to make these barrels and to use as charcoal, because I'm not particularly using it in the building at the minute. So there we go, 14 better barrels by JABBA. Now that is completely in the way, but it shall have to remain completely in the way, because I'm now going to do much the same thing along here. I can probably get away with only doing it too high. Perhaps even run it all the way onto that wall. Perhaps that would actually look quite good. Do I have a load of... Yes, this will probably only be temporary because I do have a better plan for this wall ultimately, but I can always move these barrels about at a later date. So, no, you are in the wrong place, barrel. Oh, barrel, come here. Right, 9, that's all of those. Oh, I need a floor in, don't I? Do I have any more? I don't, do I? Any more of this wood in just for the moment. Achievement getting wood, fantastic. It must be a good day. Night is drawing to a close. And I have no idea where that last barrel went. There we go. Okay, so what do I want in here? Well, this side I probably want things like ores and diamonds. So let's just grab a load of ores out, actually. I can always, as I say, pop these in other ways around later. So that one there can be the iron. Then the gold, copper along the top as well, I think. Now there's a slight problem in that we do have some different types of, for example, silver here, so that actually won't go into the same barrel. But never mind, actually ultimately everything's going to be thermal expansion, so I'll take that one out. Only have the thermal expansion things in. That would make much more sense. Lead. Have those not combined for some reason? They have not combined for some reason. And probably, let's do the ferrous and redstone on here. So that is lead, redstone and ferrous. Where is my ferrous? There, something like that. And is there anything else still in here which I would like to go into there? We have these two, which are blends. I think I'll put the blends on this side. So that's an electrum and that is invar. And I would also, we are going to be getting things like glass out of this. And stone. I'd like them to come down this side as well. So there's some stone and some glass. I'll let the last two fill up with whatever comes out, and that one I guess. And move it around as needs be. Let's get these out and connect up. Now that one is just in a horrible place at the minute, so I shall have to get him out. But I can just run this straight into the side of this chest. So once again, just a whack with a crescent hammer. Not there, but there. Install a pneumatic servo and set it to pull automatically. And everything will start to come out and into here. And once again, I'm going to brick these in just a little bit, leaving a gap so that I can get to that in the future. This also means I'm going to probably brick in this whole gap, which is going to create a huge buttress. Something akin to that, and just fill in the floor. Like that, and again we are going to need a chest on the end for when all of this fills up. Were there chests in here still? There were. So again, just stick one chest on the end to be the overflow, because everything will filter in from right to left. Has everything been pulled out? It has. I bet it's all gone straight into that chest, hasn't it? It has! Superb. Right, in that case, I think this does have a hole next to it. Let us whack that around. Install a temporary servo onto the floor. Into that. Oh, come on. Ignore redstone and face that way, so you pull everything out of there. Thank you all. So as you can see, the saplings ended up going in there. I'll just move them around later. But that will be it. We now have something which looks a bit like a sorting system, and I'm really rather pleased with that. it is self-sorting. Now I shall leave the pneumatic servo on this, so any ores which come in, I can just drop straight into there. They will come out into here and get automatically pulled into this system. That will also mean this will act as a dump chest, so I can just pop things like stone and stone bricks into it, and they'll get sorted into these and eventually go into that. So that will be it for the episode, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. This is done. I can get this out, and I would like that servo back actually, so thank you very much. So do like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and most importantly, I do hope you come back once again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.